Sriram Chaulia, Republic contributor, International Affairs, is also joining us. The NSA and Chinese Foreign Minister holding lengthy discussions. We've got a new statement now also, Sriram, that really breaks down the intent and the extent of the disengagement that has been planned between India and China. How do you read into the latest statements? This is, of course, China now finally understanding the message that is coming from India and perhaps also understanding and realizing that this is not going to take them too far. If they continue to try to hold this face-off with India, it is not going to yield the results that they were hoping for, perhaps.
Shivani, Narendra Modi government adopted a multi-pronged strategy to push back the Chinese aggression. On one hand, we valiantly fought hand-to-hand combat and gave them a bloody nose. Secondly, we maintained the force positioning and enhanced our preparedness for any further misadventure by the Chinese. And thirdly, yes, high-level communications and diplomatic behind-the-scenes dialogues were also adopted. So the critics who are crying foul and saying we lost territory and that they will never leave and all that, they have to now, accept with the humble pie, eat humble pie, because you need a multi-pronged strategy to deal with a very, very formidable challenger like China. You can't simply, just do bravado and say, yeah, we will fight them, we'll fight a war. No, we were never interested in fighting a war. Our strategy was always to restore our territorial integrity and to make sure the Chinese understand our red lines. So I think that was the point of this. We used disproportionate counter responses, and at the same time, I think our alliances, our global partnerships, all these help. Because remember, Shivani, we mobilized so many countries, and people saw merit in our argument, not the Chinese argument. So many countries came to publicly issue statements condemning what the Chinese are doing. So all that matters because the Chinese realize the costs of crossing hairs with India is rather high. So that was the point, they cannot get away doing this. So I think they have realized that they're dealing with a very, very strong government, a country of 1.3 billion people, which has got mass support of the population. The Chinese have been observing how much nationalist sentiment has risen in India, and they were wary of this because they know that if at all they go for war, they're going to really be taught a lesson. So I think they have now realized that slowly, but they
also,
want to save face.
Rightly, as you were mentioning, Sriram, India has obviously adopted a multi-pronged strategy, and I think the economic message that has also gone to China and the support from various countries coming in, the entire movement building against China and against his policies has had an impact as well. Sriram, I want you to also take forward from what both Saurabh and Colonel Dini have said, that while India will remain cautious, and perhaps it has opened our eyes in many ways, because the trust that we thought that we had with the Chinese, or the bonhomie or the camaraderie and the cooperation is going to be on one side. But do you think that India will relent at all as far as its new economic vision is concerned? Because that economic vision is not connected just to China. That is also tying in with the Atmanirbhar campaign of the government.
Well, I think we will work towards reducing the trade deficit with China for sure. And I think the Chinese are going to look at us with renewed respect. For all the mockery and the taunting that their propaganda outlets are doing, at the highest levels of the Communist Party in China, they're going to look at us with new respect because we did not succumb. They have browbeaten countries like Philippines and suborned them to serve their interests in the last few years. They occupied lots of maritime terrain in the South China Sea and beyond, and have been, establishing new fait accomplis, new normals, where they redraw the maps and then they say, now get lost, this now belongs to us. We did not get lost. We are making sure that they step back, So I think this shows that India is actually an example now and a hope for all the countries in the region. Shivani, we have a big economy, like you rightly said, we have demand. Our Prime Minister is saying the large market that we have is a leverage that we have to play as a card for geopolitical bargaining. So that has also worked this time, because the Chinese are realizing it's not only 59 apps, infrastructure projects, access $55 billion worth of exports of China at a time when the global
Not to forget,
economy is down and they need each and every export market. So so we have basically shown our
yes,
strength.
not to forget,
And,
several
bargain
independent
from that
companies,
position
Sriram,
because we
are
have put the
taking a
cards on
call
the table saying,
to downgrade or sever their ties with China as far as some of their, materials are concerned. So it's not just the fact that the government is acting, it's also, I think, that the common public in India is very angry with China. And perhaps China is understanding, despite their diatribes on Twitter about hyper-nationalism,